Hello, and the Premier League is back, and what a beautiful comeback Premier League has done because Arsenal are right now looking at a clear run at the Premier League title. And I have made a lot of videos where I have said Arsenal will win the league by March, and it is not going to be any competition. How Liverpool are terrible and they are going to falter. I have made videos when Liverpool were winning games that their defense is not looking solid and their performances are not sustainable, so they will falter. And I've said this about Mohamed Salah as well last season, that he's not looking at his best. Maybe he's having one of those seasons where he can do no wrong, but sustainably, if you talk about giving him a new contract, I was actually happy that he got that contract, but because I knew that somehow Liverpool will be wasting some amount of their money. And as an Arsenal fan, I have seen that with a lot of players. I have seen that with Aubameyang. I have seen that with Ozil. I have seen that with. Uh, I love Ozil, but I'll have to admit that when we gave him the contract, it was not good enough after that. And I think we have seen this about a lot of other players as well, but I'm forgetting right now. But that is a different topic. Let's talk about what happened. And Liverpool, basically, I'll straight up. Firstly, I have this analytical point. Going around them is the easiest thing in the world. They have this two center backs here, and they have Soboslai here, and then other parts of the pitch it looks like they are non-existent. They have this diagonal ball which they give to Mo Salah, and other than that, they do nothing, like literally nothing. You don't even need to mention other players because they look non-existent, and it is too easy to go around them. And one of the instances where I saw where it was too easy to go around Gravenberch, and then he handballed, and then he was like complaining, "Look how he pulled me." The player barely touched him, so they are weak. They are complaining. And by the way, Virgil van Dijk, as a leader, his responsibility was to maintain your composure in hard situations where you know that your team is not good enough for titles. You are not here just for titles. You are here for Liverpool. So, as a leader of the team, you need to maintain your composure in the midst of travesty. Travesty. There is a word I will have to search. Travesty or something. Travesty. Travesty. Something that does not have qualities or values that it should have, in a way that it is often shocking or offensive. Maybe, but whatever the difficult situation Liverpool find themselves in, I genuinely feel like Virgil van Dijk needed to be that calm, composed man. But you look at the third goal go in, and you look at him jumping and complaining and moaning, and that has been the Virgil van Dijk we have seen. It's not like he has been the best, but obviously he's the players he has been surrounded with. It will be very difficult for him to maintain his form as well, and he's losing his composure as well, along with other things. So I feel like. That is going to be a big issue for Liverpool going forward, and you cannot have your leader losing his calm all the time. Then who is going to like control your team? Who is going to maintain their composure? And you see Liverpool fans talk about how they want to sack Arne Slot, and it is generally funny to watch that because he has won them the league last season. But right now, if you see, he has lost six of his last seven Premier League games. Nottingham Forest at home was meant to be a banker. Nottingham Forest have not been the Nottingham Forest of last season, and it was meant to be a very one of those games where I don't know how they beat Aston Villa as well. That is something Unai Emery needs to look at, but it was just so easy. And when Liverpool were trying to attack them, you didn't feel at any point of the game that they were really in. And you know, when even Mohamed Salah goes into these areas and he goes past a defender when he's making those runs, you know somehow the defender will catch him, or he'll miss the shot, or he'll shoot straight at the goalkeeper. Those shots of outside of the boot shots on the near post that goalkeeper saves looks good, but it means nothing. So Mohamed Salah's output is nowhere near close enough. And last season, if you see, because Trent Alexander-Arnold was so good, the right side of the pitch when Trent Alexander-Arnold came in these areas, One or two players needed to mark him, so Salah found himself in free spaces in these zones and went to. And a lot of times in transition, Liverpool were not rated that much, maybe last season. So people were trying to attack them, and then the counter attacks Liverpool were doing. I always complained last season that why is Mohamed Salah given so much space when Bukayo Saka has two, three players always low block we play against, and Liverpool have all this space. And their fans were like, "Oh, we play exciting football, you play boring football, etc. We are brave, this and that." You are not brave right now. You are just foolish. You are clueless, and you have no idea how to solve your issues. You have no solutions. And the planning that has gone in their summer transfer window, where Frimpong is nowhere to be seen. Words I haven't even talked about. Was he playing today? Maybe he did one or two good flicks and switches, but that is not enough. Mesut Ozil, the best creative midfielder I have known in my life, came to Arsenal and he was criticized because it was just not enough. And you are telling me that Florian Wirtz was not nowhere near Mesut Ozil's quality in terms of creativity. You are telling me that he just can do these flicks and just save himself. One or two flicks per game is actually pathetic. You need to take control of the ball. Look at Odegaard. Odegaard can also do those flicks and one touch passes and turn around, look good. But he takes control of the situation. He is the one who dictates the whole play. And Odegaard is going to be back tomorrow as well. So you'll see the real Arsenal very soon. That we'll talk about tomorrow when I'm previewing the North London derby. But I literally feel like oh, Liverpool, I have no ideas, no solutions, no, like, they are clueless. Arne Slot looks clueless. I don't see any change in pattern. Soboslai alone cannot save you. And you know what? Even about Soboslai, sometimes like when Arsenal was in a pathetic period during COVID, Gunduzi used to be our best player. And I used to look at that team, and everyone is appreciating Gunduzi, and everyone is appreciating Joe Willock. And I was like, why are we appreciating these players who don't have the right attitude? I'm not talking about Willock, I'm talking about Gunduzi. And why are we talking about average players like Joe Willock? You look at Joe Willock, he's on the bench for Newcastle as well. It's not like he's a bad player, but he's not that level, quality of player. And in your bad times, you tend to be your best players tend to be one of those who are generally, if you are in a good phase, in a good place, they are not your best players. So if Sobosla is getting man of the match every game, that shows what quality your team is at right now. So that is that Liverpool are struggling a lot right now, and to be honest, it is not a hate watch anymore. It is just a laugh watch. You are just laughing watching at the screen what is happening, and I have no ounce of sympathy for them. Obviously I have sympathy for Diogo Jota, and that is a completely different topic, but I don't have an ounce of sympathy for Liverpool and Liverpool fans, the way they treat us like we are nobodies. When Arsenal has tried their best and has made an honest attempt at the Premier League title, and they have just termed us as we are nobodies. And look at our Champions League titles, and who are you? We are like a very small club in front of them, etc. The arrogance I have seen from Liverpool fans, they deserve every bit of it. Because when I started watching football, Liverpool were nowhere to be seen, even in the Champions League. They didn't even play Champions League. They were a Europa League team. They didn't even finish in top four for 5 6 years. I started watching around 2010 2011, so they were pretty much irrelevant. But then recently when Klopp came, then that Sadio Mane, Mo Salah signings, after that they became irrelevant again, and they are like the biggest club in the Premier League, etc. right now. And obviously, factually, that is right, and they have the history, etc. to back it. But as a kid, as a football watcher, my journey watching football, really I haven't really seen Liverpool like that. And when City and Liverpool used to battle each other for the title, I used to be in Liverpool side. I did not want Manchester City to win. But the moment we entered the title race and they started treating us like nobodies, because we had a little bit of self-respect and self-confidence, and they didn't like it. They wanted us to bow down in front of them and respect them. Manchester City wants us to bow down at them and respect them. And Haaland says, stay humble. We are just calm and composed. We have drawn a game at Etihad, and Haaland out of nowhere says, stay humble. You know what? It is time to not be humble. It is time to show this league that we are the new, we are the new leaders of the league. We are the new champions, and we will have to play like that from tomorrow. And I genuinely believe that we are ready to be that team, that face of the Premier League, the champions of the Premier League, and we can also go for Champions League as well if we wrap up the league soon enough in December, January time. If we have 10, 11, 12 points lead, it will give us the margin to rest players later on when Champions League knockout stages come, and that is going to be very crucial. But Arsenal have we'll talk about Arsenal. I have started talking about Arsenal already. City lost again, and I have made a video where I have predicted 10 games of Arsenal and Manchester City coming forward. And right now, people are like, oh, Chelsea are in the title race. And often, when you don't have competition, a lot of teams compete against you, but they end up fighting amongst each other, and you are at the top. So, that is what is going to happen in the Premier League right now, I feel like. But obviously, Manchester City, they had most of the ball, they were dominating, but it is just that I also told you that Manchester City right side, it is too easy. Harvey Barnes runs. Matthew Nunes, who is not a traditional right back, he's a midfielder. He will obviously find it difficult to track that. And because they also don't have consistency in their centre back position, so these areas against counter attacks, every time Newcastle's counter attack, they had like 7 or 8 shots, 5 were on target out of them, and each of them were as threatening, as good as goal scoring opportunity. Like, they should have scored 3 4 goals in this game, and Manchester City should have also scored 2 3 goals in this game. But it was like whenever Newcastle were countering, it was looking like they are going to score, and that is not a good sign. If you're in any kind of defense, you have, if a team is countering you and you look like conceding every single time, that shows that your midfield gets passed by easily. Your midfield is not non-existent, and the fact that the left side runs from Harvey Barnes were very tough for you to track and handle because you don't have a traditional right back. So yeah, Manchester City have a good left side. They have a good left side, but that is also very young. And I have got to know that in the youth academy, Nico Riley was not a left back; he was a number 10. So that also will come into play. That will also show up as weaknesses. Even as Lewis Kelly had a great start, and then we got to realize his weaknesses. Nico O'Reilly will have to go through same phase. So you can't say for certain that Manchester City are going to be consistent. Maybe they will have a fortress at home. At home at Etihad Stadium, they will be a very good side and very difficult to beat. But away from home, they'll struggle this season. And next away game they have is against Fulham. They are also a very solid side. They can counter well. They have power. They have pace. And then they go against Crystal Palace away. So that is again another difficult fixture. So they have tough fixtures. And now coming to Chelsea. Chelsea for me, obviously a good result. Enzo Fernandez finally scoring for me, giving me FPL points, etc. But I feel like they are too young. Their defense is too inconsistent, and I don't see a sustainable way for them to score goals with the kind of attackers they have. Joao Pedro is a good addition for sure, but Pedro Neto and they had Gittens, they will have Garnacho, and their left wing is very inconsistent. Pedro Neto, I don't feel like his output is good enough. Joao Pedro is decent, but his service is not good enough. And if you see their midfield changes, Enzo Fernandez, they rested Caicedo in this game, or he's injured, I don't know. But Cole Palmer has had another setback. He's broken his toe at home for some reason. I don't know what he was doing, tap dancing, toe dancing, doing ballet, but for some reason he has broken his toe as well. So yeah, I don't feel like Chelsea can compete against us. I don't feel like Manchester City have the experience and the balance in their squad. And Liverpool are in a mess right now, so I don't think anyone is even ready to compete. But irrespective of that, I want Arsenal to generally have a 90-95 point season and show their dominance, be 20 points, 25 points clear by the end of the season, and be like, okay, now try to compete with us. Now tell us if we are brave or not. Now tell us if we have the trophies or not. Now tell Arteta if he can cross the line or not. Now let's talk about who is the best manager in the world, who is the best left winger, who is the best not left winger, right winger in the world. Unless Noni Madueke adapts to the winger position and does something extraordinary like Rafinha has done for Barcelona. And yeah, this is it. This is it. Let's see the upcoming fixtures as well. I'll take you to the upcoming fixtures and which screen is it? Yeah, it is this one now. Yeah, okay, I have the screen. And Arsenal obviously play Tottenham, then they play Chelsea away, and that is a difficult period. But they have a 6 point buffer, so they can even lose both the games and they'll still be top of the league by goal difference, I guess. So then they face Brentford. Aston Villa away is also difficult. Wolves at home. Wolves at home is easy. Everton should be fine. But Brighton at home is fine. Aston Villa at home is also fine, I guess. Bournemouth away is difficult. Liverpool at home right now seems fine. Liverpool at home also is pretty much winnable. Nottingham Forest away is also winnable for a good team who wants to win the title. So I feel like if Arsenal wins the Tottenham fixture, they'll have enough buffer. Even if they draw at Chelsea, they'll be fine. They should accumulate points against Brentford and other teams. And I don't see us dropping too many points in this, even though it is not as easy as we would like it to be, but it is fine. This is the level of Premier League. You will have to play these teams. If you take a look at Chelsea's fixtures, Arsenal at home, Leeds away can also be difficult for a team like Chelsea. Bournemouth away is very difficult. They peppered like in the West Ham goal. I have never seen such domination by the way. West Ham versus Bournemouth I was watching. And the whole second half, I don't know, I didn't watch the first half, but somehow they absolutely destroyed uh, West Ham. I don't think West Ham even had a touch in the opposition half. Not opposition box, opposition half. I don't think they had a touch. Bowen was trying to go past 4 5 players on his own. He couldn't even cross the half line. So that is the level of domination Bournemouth had, and I don't know how they Ariola kept them away. Ariola, if you own him in FPL, you will have a great day today because he had an assist and he had like 7 8 9 saves. I had Bowen in my FPL and he had 2 points extra. He had 4 points, and I was like, when did he get an assist? And then I saw that it is defensive contribution. So a striker had 12 defensive contributions, so he had 2 points, and that is insane. I don't know why I have a running nose all the time, but it is what I have. Then they have Everton at home, which should be fine. Newcastle away, they have to play still that Arsenal have played. Manchester City away, they have to play Fulham away. So they also have a pretty difficult fixture list. Aston Villa at home. So this is not going to be easy, and this is at the time where they have to play Champions League fixtures as well. Carabao Cup and FA Cup will also start very soon. So it is going to be difficult for a young squad to deal with it, which already is going through a lot of injuries and is known to go through a lot of injuries. Reece James was substituted at halftime. I don't know for what reason today, but yeah, that is going to be a concern, and I don't see Chelsea competing with us for a long time. Manchester City should have easier fixtures right now. Leeds at home, they should win. Sunderland at home, they should win. But Fulham away, Crystal Palace away will be tough. West Ham at home should win, but Nottingham Forest away, Sunderland away. Chelsea at home also they should win, but Manchester United away. All these away fixtures, I feel like Manchester City can struggle. Liverpool, if you see West Ham West Ham away will also be difficult for them. Sunderland at home, they can also on counter attacks, physicality, they can also trouble them. Then Brighton is always a tough fixture. Leeds away will also be a tough fixture. Tottenham away will also be a tough fixture. Wolves at home, Leeds at home should be fine. Fulham away will be tough. Arsenal away will be tough. Liverpool are going to have a very tough start to this season, and Arne Slot might have to face the sack according to their fans. So let's see what happens there. But mostly, if you ask me, I think we are pretty much fine, and we are going to win the Premier League. I have declared that, and that is final. We are going to win the Premier League. But yeah, a very good comeback of the Premier League for Arsenal fans, and let's hope tomorrow stays the same. Today I had a wonderful day. My cricket team won. All the football teams I hate lost. Chelsea also should have lost, but and I was fine. Like I don't expect them to lose against Burnley. That is too much. And what more should I talk about? Yeah, Fulham also won. Fulham dominated the whole game and then finally got a goal against Sunderland. So Sunderland also, who were in title race a few weeks ago, they have dropped three crucial points in their title race hopes. Liverpool obviously will be going towards the relegation battle now from title race to relegation battle. And remember, after 3 game weeks, how people were saying, let's already give the title to Liverpool, they will only get better, etc. Now you all will see a lot of clips about that, and it will be glorious to witness whatever their opinions were after 5 game weeks after they beat Arsenal. I would really love to watch all those videos again and have a good laugh at them, unless of course they are playing, then you can just watch them and laugh. So they are spreading laughter, they are spreading joy amongst all the rival fans. So thankful to Liverpool. And yeah, I don't see a lot of teams being able to compete with Arsenal, but this does not, again, this will bring up that point that, oh, the level of Premier League is not that good. The level of Premier League is such that today Rangers cannot even get into the Manchester City starting 11, and he's supposed to be, has he come from AC Milan? Correct me if he has not, but I feel he has come from AC Milan. He was like the starter, the star player that they didn't shouldn't want to leave. If they did, I don't know if they wanted him to leave or not, but they shouldn't. So that is the level of Premier League. That is the quality the Premier League has. Every single team, like Rashford is playing in Barcelona right now. He was playing at Aston Villa last season. Newcastle are so good. They are not even in the top 10. Liverpool are 11th with 450 million spent. So it is not easy at all to win the Premier League. And if someone is top, you have to give them their due. And yeah, everyone was saying, "Oh, Manchester City are coming for you. Manchester City are coming for you." I am not scared of any team in the Premier League. Uh, Premier League should be scared of Arsenal and the domination they are going to show you in the upcoming 5 years. The quality of squad we have, the depth we have, the age bracket of players we have, and the togetherness we have. It is insane how good we are going to be, and just wait and watch for that. Other than that, I feel like tomorrow is North London Derby. I'll come up with a preview for that as well. And until then, enjoy this Saturday night, and I'll see you tomorrow with the preview. Maybe I'll try to do a watch along as well, but I am too emotional to do a watch along. But I'll be reacting to the match. Obviously, I'll be reacting to the playing 11 as well if I have time. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.